Here's how you do this really fun slide transition. Make sure you have a slidey pair of socks and a nice floor to slide on. Get into your first outfit, and you know what that means. Bink! And you're going to shoot this in your regular camera. It's a good idea to play the music unless you can kind of sing it in your head. Start recording, do whatever it is you want to do, walk away, and get ready for your slide. Slide. That's my first shot. It's a good idea to do some kind of a motion so you can repeat that motion twice on your slide and try to remember roughly where you slid on the floor. Now change into outfit number 2, then press record and repeat the same sliding action. Oh, not a good slide. Let's try it again. I don't know what that was, but we're going to go put it together now. Let's go. I'm going to use CapCut to edit, start a new project. I'm going to take a TikTok that I saved that has the audio on it and the other 2 videos I shot, add them to the project. The first thing I'll do is extract the audio by touching on it and clicking Extract Audio, and then I'll touch on that video and delete it. Now I have the music over my clips. I'm going to scroll and decide where I want to start. I'll start with this wave. Make sure I'm on the timeline, click Split, and then I'll take away the beginning like that. So now I have a little bit of a wave and a thumbs up. And what I'm going to do is tap on the timeline, split, and jump to the part where I'm back here ready to do my little walk. So I'll start to walk right there. So I touch on the timeline, I split, and I'm going to get rid of the part before I'm walking. So now my visual looks like this. Wave, thumbs up, and then I start walking and I slide. Okay? As I start to slide, I'm going to tap on the timeline, I'm going to split, I'm going to do the slide, tap on the timeline again. You can take 2 fingers and pull this apart so that each segment is a little larger. So now I'm going to take the little slidey part, tap on it, and I'm going to change the speed and slow it down. So I touch on speed, I touch on normal, then I'm going to slide this slider down to 0.5. The next thing I'll do is slide down. Let's get rid of the rest of outfit number 1. Tap on it and delete it. Now I'm in outfit number 2, and I'm going to get to the part that I want. I think there was one I did where I danced at the end. Let's see. So what I want to do is get to the part where I'm sliding, just at the beginning of the slide for now. Tap on the timeline, click Split, and get rid of the beginning. And the last thing is let's get rid of this CapCut logo. I forgot to do that before. All right. Now let's look at the beginning of this. I wave, a thumbs up. I'm walking, sliding in slow motion, and then I'm sliding again. Now what we need to do is trim this so that it's a seamless slide. So I'm going to slide a little bit right till about there, tap on the timeline, split, and get rid of this second part. What I want to do is find this spot where I'm in the same position. I'm a little leaned over, but we're going to let that go for now. So if you see here, I'm going to look at my knee for guidance. So focus on my knee. So my knee is there, but now it went back a little bit. So what I need to do is not go so far in this first shot. So I'm going to take a little bit off the end of the first shot to back myself up a little bit. So you see my knee there, and then you see my knee there. And it's pretty close. Let's see. You want to try and have yourself in the same position right at the point where the jump happens. So what you want to do is see yourself as you get to that point where it changes from one shot to the next, where your body is mostly in the same spot on the floor, your knee is in the same spot in the frame, and the slide happens. Okay, now after the slide happens, I'm going to touch on the timeline, click Split. I'm going to touch on the part where I'm sliding again, and I'm going to take the speed, click on normal, and drop it down to 0.5 so that it's also in slow motion. Click the check mark. So now I have both little pieces in slow motion, and then the speed is going to pick back up for the dancing part. And let's get to the end, and as soon as I'm out, that's where I leave. And I touch on the timeline, click Split, and delete the ending. So now we're going to go and find that part of the music where you want the transition to happen. Okay, so we need to get rid of some of the beginning of the music here. All right, let's just tap on the timeline randomly at this part where the singing starts. Click Split, and I'm going to take off the beginning. Now I'll take the music and slide it to the beginning of the video. Like that. Let's play it and see what happens. Oh, that kind of worked out. I would add just a little bit to the beginning of the music. Let's add a tiny little bit to the beginning of the music. Okay, now I'll slide it back. Okay, here we go.
Bitch, I'm stylish. Black talk, big t-shirt, Billy Eilish.
Oh, that worked out so well.
Niggas talk crazy when I pull up.
Okay, now you'll see here that it's going to be a lot of black at the end, so we have to make sure we get rid of that. We need the audio line to line up with the end of the video so we don't have a whole bunch of black at the end. So once it's lined up, do split and then get rid of the last part of it. We can make this bigger and take a look at it.
Bitch, I'm stylish. Black talk, big t-shirt, Billy Eilish. Watch on my wrist, but I want that diamond. Niggas talk crazy when I pull up.
And there you have it. Now you can export. And if you share to TikTok, you're going to get a CapCut logo above your username on TikTok. So you can just click done and then upload it from your camera roll. Tag me in your slides so I can see how you did. And I have lots more tutorials in the playlist at the top of my page.